The Sydney Sirens, GG, have been really, really impressive to finish off the season, and they look like they're really going to be set for 2024-25 with some of the young players that they've got, and they've got some experienced heads there as well guiding the way. They started to turn the corner at the back end of the season. They win 4 of their last 6, 7, off the
7.
top of my head. 4 of their last 7, and they really started to. I felt like we always spoke about them hanging in games, but I felt like they were more in games in these last 7. They were even more in the contest, and I don't know. There was something about the way that they were playing. I don't know if it was just confidence after getting a win and getting another win, but their forecheck game I felt went to another level as well. They started to trap the puck in the offensive zone, repeat entries, plays like Arps and Winder on the blue line were just picking off the pucks in the neutral zone, dumping it back in. They'd get a change. Horvat would just go from the bench straight across the ice and trap it in on the boards. That sort of seemed to go up, and then they're obviously getting production from Newmark at the end of the season, producing points now. Edney all season, obviously, but then, as we mentioned earlier, Horvat with some goals as well. Really strong finish from the Sirens.
Yeah, and think about 2 of those games. Sarah Edney and Fiona Moon were out, right? 2 of those games that they lost in those last 7 games of the season. So you add them in, and it's like, well, maybe you win more than 4. I don't think that's unreasonable to at least float the suggestion. Over the course of the season, I think people knew from the start it was going to be a tough year. Rebuilding, young team. But yeah, man, did they ever finish strong? And Ella Lakari played brilliant at times for them, and the team really lifted and bought in more and more as the season went on. That's from the outside what it looked like.
Yeah, the few of the notes that I wrote down from our commentary call on the Saturday was flashes of brilliance, because you can just see it, not just with Edney, obviously, and players like that, but the other players on the secondary sort of scoring lines and things like that. You can see the flashes of brilliance as well. Hardworking once again. And then I've written down Brunt, Winder, Cryan. They were the sort of players that were standing out for me. There's some plays there, and I think you miss it if you're not really watching closely, GG, with Hannah Cryan. Really smart hockey sense, whether or not it's like, okay, I'm on the blue line, our offensive blue line, there's nothing happening. I'll just chip it against the boards, a little backhander, dump it in, and we'll get some troops in there. Because often you'll see sometimes in the A-dub, some players might try and circle around and come back into the neutral zone, where I think Hannah Cryan just does the basic things, which I think is the shot. For me anyway, it shows a really smart hockey player.
Yeah, I thought Cryan has shown flashes, hasn't she, this season? And one of the battles that she had, which you called very nicely at a face-off, was between her and Zoe Webb. And Zoe Webb is a player that I need to comment from the Inferno point of view, that from the start of the season until now, just looks like a different player. Not that she, was bad like at the start of the season or anything, but just maybe lacked a bit of confidence. And she broke up that kind of, it was a developing 2-on-1 with Cryan and another player, and Cryan tried to dig around her, and she used her body well and knocked the puck into the corner. And just smart plays like that she does each game. It's like, yeah, you called it correctly, that the future of the sport is bright. And we've just got Danielle King, who I used her mazzle dazzle phrase on the weekend. So thank you, Danielle, for that. It was nice to see the Sirens finish on a W. Just sad it was against the Inferno. And Lakari and Newmark both finished strong as well. Thanks for your comments, Danielle.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we move on, GG, because we've got a photo here with Sirens royalty. There was a video that you put in here, the shutout video. Well, you want me to put that up now?
Yeah, put that up, mate.
And if you're Graham Hyde in the Inferno, I think you're looking at that 0 next to the Sydney on the goal scoring chart there, and you want to try and get King another shutout this season, and really feel good about yourselves going into tomorrow morning's fixture.
You just had to say the word, didn't you, Andrew?
I absolutely did. Well, ever since I mentioned the shutout, Gordon, it's been Sirens just attack after attack, so I'm glad I brought it up.
Andrew doing everything he can to get Sydney back into this contest. So my question for everyone listening and watching is... should you avoid saying the word shutout when you're commentating on the broadcast, or are you wrong? What is your opinion on Doogie's commentary there?
I think Danielle King will have a comment on this topic, GG.
So Danielle King, she said that she does provide context for Mazzle Dazzle, originally from her Adelaide Rush days. And Graham Hyde, I can't believe you said the S word. I agree, Graham. I was shocked. So I was shocked when he said it the first time, because I'm like, that is commentary 101. You do not say that word in hockey. And then he doubled down. Andrew Egan, live dangerously. Yeah. Does anyone support the fact that you should say shutout? Because I think baseball and ice hockey, it's the two very superstitious sports, right? So you wouldn't say a perfect game or a no-hitter in baseball as a commentator. You wouldn't say shutout in hockey.
I should have found the cricket's sound, and I could have put the cricket's noise in the background here if I was prepared.
I've got Danielle King. We don't care in our house. Sasha's dad almost insists on saying it. It's not helpful, Danielle. It's not helpful.
This is turning beautifully for me.
Bill Taylor, he could be shut out by the teams himself. Yeah, Perth Inferno won't want anything to do with you now, Andrew. How much are the Sirens paying you? But yeah, I just thought it was worth bringing up in the context of the weekend.
Yeah, I'm learning on the fly here, GG. You're the expert commentator. I'm just learning. I'm just learning as I go, mate.
Oh God, we're all in trouble. Yeah.